Hi, it's Rabbi Lewis wishing you an early Shabbat shalom. Our Torah portion this week is PARASHAT Tisa. It opens with the instructions for taking a census of the Israelite people. It says when you count the Israelites, or when you make the census, and it starts talking about the half shekel that has to be paid as part of this census. We learn a lot from this, and we'll look at kind of specifically how the word taking a census is formulated in the Hebrew. Ki tisa et rosho, when you lift up the individual head of each Israelite person. There's a couple things that happen here. One is it demonstrates the equality of each person being counted, that there's not a different valuation for each one. It also notes that you don't just count as a major group, that you have to take individual note of each person. And there's another commentary, and I'll be honest, I was looking for the citation for it. I read it a number of years ago. I don't remember the citation. I've been going back to find it, but the teaching has stuck with me ever since, because I taught it in a Torah study probably 15 years ago. And it taught that by telling the census taker that you have to take account of each head individually, and one of these motives for taking a census was to count the number of people who you might be conscripting for a potential war, that you don't look at any person as just cannon fodder, essentially, that each person is a valued, important individual person that might have to go into battle to fight for you one day, and they are as equal as any other human being who is under your care, and deserve equal care, if not even better care, for the duty that they might have to undertake. And when you're counting them as the leader, that you go and by looking at each individual head, face, person, that you take account of their inherent humanity and the extra care that you give to that person before considering even the prospect of sending them into war, and that you have a particular responsibility to that individual. They are not considered potential collateral damage. They are not considered potential acceptable losses. They are a human b'tselem Elohim, made in the image of God, with inherent holiness and inherent worth. And let's hope and pray that the leaders of our world who have chosen to embark on a path of war do consider every single person who puts on a uniform, and every single person who might be having to go to a shelter, getting away from missile fire because of this conflict, that each individual human being and their inherent value and worth is being considered before we start talking in terms of acceptable losses, and I put that word in quote, and collateral damage. This is a difficult time. We pray for our troops. We pray for all the people who are in harm's way. As Jews, our thoughts are especially with our brothers and sisters in Israel. We pray for the safety and security of that nation, and we pray for peace to ultimately be our goal. Again, Ki Tisa that we study this week is a reminder that every single person, civilian, leader, military, or otherwise, is inherently equal and holy and deserving of that respect. Shabbat shalom.